everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we have a very special unboxing video. This is about a year in the making. This is going to be the unboxing of the new Super 7 figures for the Major Wrestling Figure podcasts, Brian Myers and Matt Cardona. I say it's a year in the making because these were announced back in 2020, and then I think they were scheduled for release around 2021 of, I want to say maybe like December of 2021, but there were some distribution problems that were holding them back, and they finally got released at the tail end of February 2022. Now, originally, I didn't pre-order these just because back when they were first released or first announced back in 2020 and pre-orders went up, it was when I wasn't working, so I was trying to really like hold back my money and kind of keep an eye on it. And these are not cheap, so yeah, it wasn't until after I started working again and I had a nice good flow of money coming in that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna pre-order those figures. They look pretty sick. So finally, they are here and they are ready to be opened. Now, normally I do a series called The Collection Corner where I go through a buttload of stuff that I have found and put into my collection, but I wanted to do these separately because there's some stuff that I'm waiting on in the mail that I would need for that episode of The Collection Corner, and I want to get these out as soon as possible. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to get into these figures. So we're going to start off with Matt Cardona first. I've been a big fan of the Major Wrestling Figure podcast guys for a while. They kind of introduced me into the world of collecting, you know, like little tidbits and like little facts and stuff that I never really knew about or never really thought about when it came to action figures, not just wrestling figures, but action figures in general. They pointed me towards one of my favorite toy stores around here in Columbus, Big Fun Columbus, which was pretty awesome to find out. And oh boy, whew, it's cool finally seeing the packaging in person. Like I've always seen it on videos and stuff like that, but it's cool to finally see it in person. And there you can see it, the shiny like belt, and it's a literal belt that you can like take off, which is pretty sick. The thing is, you got to be very, very careful with the packaging here, otherwise, obviously, you end up ruining it. Jeez, they really pack this thing tight. How the fuck do you? There we go. Okay. So you just slide it off. Very carefully, you slide it off. Jeez. And then that's our blue belt, which looks pretty cool. I like the idea of that. I think it was Matt Cardona's idea to kind of do the belt as part of the packaging, but that looks pretty sick. That looks pretty awesome. I like the look of that. Very, very nice little thing there. And then we've got the MC Matt Cardona logo. And then here we go. Ultimate reveal. Oh, boom! There he is. Matt Cardona in the packaging. Now, I really do like this packaging. And normally when it comes to packaging, aside from my Funko Pops, I usually throw away the packaging for my wrestling figures just because I pull them out, I let them breathe, as they say on the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, but I let them breathe and then I throw out the packaging. But I don't know, I think I might be very, very careful with this packaging, opening it up, because I kind of want to save this. This looks pretty sick. But yeah, it's got like the blue and purple design, obviously got like the ring ropes, which is a nice touch, and then there you can see him in the packaging doing his pose with the Scratch That Figure Itch saying on top, and then it has a little write-up on the back with a picture of Matt. Very excited to finally let this baby breathe. I'm not an in-the-box collector, so it's not really a problem for me. But yeah, that looks fucking awesome. Comes with multiple heads, comes with its own miniature figure, and comes with broski bucks and the microphone and stuff like that. I actually, hold on a second. Huh. Alright. That's interesting. The jacket is made of a sort of like soft rubber, which is pretty cool. I also noticed that they have his tattoos, which was a big point that he said he wanted, when they did their little update video for this, they said that they wanted to make sure that like the tattoos and stuff were good. Yep, have all the pins and stuff on the jacket, which is pretty sick. The thing that I was saying to is like the faces, and especially in the eyes. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if the camera will zoom in or focus on it. But come on, Cam. What the hell? Camera, focus. 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 Focus on me. There we go. As you can see, the face, there's like a really dominant white dot in the eyes of like all of the heads. I don't know if that was a personal design choice, but it looks a bit strange, especially compared to something like here we have one of my custom Matt Cardona figure, especially compared to like the Mattels. You know, they obviously don't have that little white dot, and honestly, um, I'll talk about this a little bit more because I've seen this in some other people's videos when they were like looking at the faces and stuff like that. A little white dot and like maybe some of the other like facial details might have swayed some people's opinions on these figures, but overall, that's Matt Cardona. I haven't taken them out of the packaging just because that would be very tedious, very time consuming, and to be honest, I don't want this video to go for very long just because I'll be honest, I have other stuff I need to film today. This is a very, very big filming day for me. I have quite a few things to get done. But we're moving on to Brian Myers. Now, you would think that maybe, like, Matt Cardona would be my favorite of the two, mostly just because I'm wearing the shirt and stuff like that, and also because, you know, Matt, he's done a bit more, but to be honest, I find myself swaying more towards Brian Myers, especially more recently. I think they're both fucking awesome, but I don't know, they're just... That's weird. I noticed the Brian Myers came in like this plastic bag, the Matt Cardona didn't. Well, at least it arrived fine, but that's weird that it didn't come in a bag. But as I was saying, yeah, I just think Brian Myers is very underrated. We'll just say that. Which is why if someone was to ask me, like, who's your favorite between the two, it's going to be a very difficult decision. I don't think I would be able to, you know, point one way or the other, just because I think Brian Myers does great work, especially ever since he started the whole most professional wrestler gimmick. I think that's awesome. Nice little orange version of the belt there. I do like that they have their own versions of the belts too. Then we've got the awesome blue and orange and white. And then here we go, grand reveal. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. All right. Looking good. And there goes the belt. Okay, so yes, sort of the same deal. Got the ring ropes and stuff like that. Got a write-up back here for Brian Myers. I believe this is his debut attire for Impact Wrestling. He doesn't wear like the orange anymore, or at least I haven't seen him wear it on Impact in a long, long time. Maybe he wears it at like indie shows or something like that. I don't know. Let me take this out again, like I did for the Matt Cardona one. Again, awesome packaging. I think it looks sick. I'm surprised his says scratch that figure itch, just because, you know, his nickname is Bare Minimum Brian, so surprised it doesn't say something like save your money or something like that. But yeah, similar deal here. Got multiple heads, microphone, dog tags, minifigure, and added detail. I'll pull this out just because it's super small. Added detail, we got the mask covering, which I believe he said was a last minute thing, but it does look very cool. Very, very flexible, very obviously kind of rubbery. So I do like the detail of that. Again, similar thing to the Matt Cardona heads where they have like this white dot. It's very, very noticeable, especially in like this head. I don't know if you guys can see, but if I zoom in, or if I try to zoom in, it is very apparent in that in like one of their eyes. Like it seems like whoever tried to paint the white dot maybe did it a little bit too big. Um, let's see. I have this custom Brian Myers in his black gear, holding onto a little miniature Pabst Blue Ribbon, PBR boys. So yeah, I have a custom of him in his black gear, and obviously the head on this with the Mattel head is obviously a little bit more lifelike compared to. For some reason, I can't get the freaking camera to focus in. Focus, focus, focus. Whatever, it ain't gonna focus. But obviously, it's a little bit more uh, close to what this looks like compared to what this looks like. But um, I do want to make a point here for these figures. I think they look pretty damn good. Obviously, compared to the I'm missing the word here. Prototypes. Obviously, compared to the prototypes, they don't look exactly the same. But that's because those are the hand-painted prototypes that are supposed to be given as like an idea of what the finished product will look like. These are the finished products, meaning these are the ones that are mass-produced to be sent out all over the globe, meaning they are probably going to lose some detail from what the prototype looked like, which is why maybe like the faces don't look exactly the same as the prototypes did. They look a little bit more cartoony, and that's another thing that after seeing these and after watching some other people's review videos, another thing is some people said they look a little bit cartoony. And obviously, I feel like there's a reason for that. It's because these figures are made by Super 7, who are mostly known for doing their like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures and stuff like that. They're mostly known for doing cartoon figures. They're not really known for doing a lot of like real life human figures, or at least from what I've seen. Maybe they have done a few of them, but I can understand why they kind of have these human figures still have a little bit of a cartoony look to them. And honestly, I'm okay with it just because, like, I guess that means you can have your Super 7 figures line up with your other like sort of cartoon figures. I think Matt might have made a joke in it in their like unboxing video, like, hey, we're in the same line as the Ninja Turtles, you can have us stand alongside the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, which I think is pretty cool. But overall, after waiting for so long, I am very, very happy with how these look. I can't wait to get them out and display them. Obviously, like I said, I have my custom Matt Cardona and Brian Myers here. I have my custom Chelsea Green right here. I've got my Swoggle, and then I've got a Smart Mark Sterling custom back here, which you would think is a very detailed Smart Mark Sterling, but no, it is actually just a repainted Daniel Bryan GM, just because I saw this figure on eBay for like $10, and I thought, you know, that kind of looks like Smart Mark Sterling, but with not silver hair. So I bought it, took some clay, made a red tie, and he also has a PBR on it. But yes, I am still very excited to get these out of the packaging and display them. Even for, where is he? Even for Matt Cardona, I might display him in this awesome gear that I got from Pro Wrestling Lucha from the show that they did at the Hammerstein Ballroom. It's the If Cardona Wins We Riot shirt, and I've also got the vest, which is actually what the Chelsea Green custom is a custom of. So I will definitely try and get these displayed ASAP. But yeah, the Super 7 figures definitely lived up to the hype for me. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you later.